Two things I want to touch on in this video. Two things. One, it's consider when we are looking at social media, ensuring that we don't compare ourselves to the point of chaos. Do not compare yourself to the point of chaos. That's one thing I want to touch on. Two is going to be consider that the people that you're looking at or watching that you see post on social media, they're not your target in terms of listener. What I mean by that is, and I've tried to do this in the past, I might hit two before one, but if you try to go and view on social media and find profiles of listeners, people who are truly listening to music, not creators of music or not really creators of anything other than they're just music listeners, it's hard to find. I've done this in the past. Why you when you try to find whether it's fans of R&B or pop or gospel or what have you, generally profiles, especially on Instagram, are private. It's hard to find, right? This is one of the biggest gripes relating to, let's say, Spotify or Apple, really any digital streaming platform, is that there's no, how can we connect to the people actually listening? That's what I love about YouTube. I got to say that, shout out to YouTube. That's what I love about YouTube, is the fact that if someone makes a comment, you can engage directly with them. And this is why many people are big proponents and big believers in your own mailing list, getting people to sign up to hear directly from you. Now that's a challenge, right? If we're not going to be able to reach those just casually listening, that will never kind of reach out. But consider that. So those are the two things I want to hit there. One, not letting what's the word to use? Not letting comparison and looking at other people's profiles lead to chaos. That's one. And then two, acknowledging the fact that we need to be more focused on the listener who's not a creator. All right. So I want to unpack those things. Again, this is mainly for you if you are a creator, a songwriter, artist, a producer with a day job, because it's different for us, right? It is different for us. If being an artist or being a producer or songwriter is not our full-time job, we're a different type of person. We're a different type of breed, right, than others who can spend the time and time again throughout the day putting in certain work, getting the music created, and then marketing, and then doing the things that you would do to support your music creations, right? And again, I'm a big believer in making sure I'm talking to this crowd specifically because I am that person. I am the creator with a day job. And I truly do not feel that there's too many resources out there for us to really just kind of hone in and understand what the differences are, right? Between someone doing it full time, being an artist or musician or creator full time, versus those with a day job. So my heart is with this community. So let's dive into it. Anytime we scroll on any social media platform, Instagram is a big one for me. Facebook, not so much, but Instagram, because you can quickly see what people are doing and things of that nature. You can do it to the point of comparison in that whomever is posting, you would consider that, okay, this person is actively posting, right? This person's active. Oh, I need to be. Now pause right there. Anytime that you're scrolling any sort of social media and feel compelled to say, oh, I need to be, stop right there. That's going to kill you. It's going to lead to chaos, because you're going to continually see people doing things. And if your initial thought is, oh man, I need to be, stop. No, you don't. You're looking at it to observe. You're looking at it to appreciate, even, right? If you're, I want to see what kind of people are putting up on there. Okay, now let me hone in on let me remember what I need to do. It may not be, oh, I need to post on social media. It may not be. It may just be you truly appreciating what's out there, commenting on other people's videos, not for the sake of people seeing your stuff, but truly appreciating what they're doing. I love seeing videos. One of my favorites, I love seeing Jacob Collier's videos. They're fascinating. But any video where a musician is just like doing just some fascinating and creative stuff, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Just enjoy it. Just be a fan of the music. Just be that. That's it. And let that never lead to any sort of comparison. Oh, dang, maybe I should. Now, of course, if those creative juices get flowing and you say, oh man, I want to do something like that. Okay, cool, do it, because there's joy in that. There's fun in that. And there's not any compulsion. Oh, I gotta, whatever, man, I hate that work. Oh, I gotta do this. No, you don't. We do this because we love it. And remember, having a day job means that we have that which supports our livelihoods or our lives, our families, if you got a family to support, right? And it also supports what you want to do in music. I always say this, that I enjoy the fact that I get to make music whenever I want. I don't feel compelled. I don't feel like, oh, I got to do this, because anytime we feel like I got to do something, it doesn't feel good if you got to do it, right? So when if and when you're scrolling through social media, and please put a time limit on it. Please put, if you say I'm going to go on Instagram and see what's going on out there, put a timer on 5 minutes, if that, 3 minutes or something, just to see what's going on, because it can be endless. I've been there. It can be endless where you're just kind of consuming. And again, if you don't guard against it, that comparison will just eat you up, either to the point of, dang, I could really be spending time doing what I'm focused on, or internally you're internalizing all this stuff, saying, man, I'm really behind, I really got to get on the ball, and then you're behind. I just texted a friend earlier today. We were talking about something else, but I said, hey, remember, you're not chasing anything. you're not we're not chasing anything. Another quick aside, a gentleman reached out to me. This was maybe a year or two ago, saw my profile on something and was interested in having me write some songs that could be pitched to some, I think, international artists and things of that nature. And I was very open by saying, yeah, hey, if you heard my stuff and like it, I'd be willing to kind of be a part. But I do got to say, I'm kind of at that point where I don't want to chase anything. I said I don't want to chase anything. Like, I want to do it for the love of it. I want to do it because it's fun to do, and come what may, in short. But I said I don't want to chase anything. The reason is because that used to be me. I used to be one that needed to, I got to write the song, I got to pitch it, it got to get out there, got to do this, and again, my music, instead of being a passion and a joy, it became a I gotta. That sucks. If I'm just being honest, it sucks for it to become that way. And if anything becomes that, stop doing it. Anything. You could be. There are some that would say, just fight through it. You just got to get into the habit. You just got to write every day. I don't want to take away from that. But again, if you're a creator or musician, songwriter, producer with a day job, you have to be able to know, okay, well, if I want music to become my full-time career, there are certain things that you should absolutely consider doing on a more regular basis if you want to stop working full-time outside of music and then do that. But consider the balance. If you are a creator and you want to keep your day job, to keep that kind of, hey, my income's coming in, I'm not worried about anything financially, and I can do music on my own terms. If that's you, and that's mainly who I'm talking to, who I'm creating these videos for, then know that you shouldn't feel compelled. Again, there's some people that may disagree with me on this, and that's okay, because I'm a big believer in that. I always say this: if I die tomorrow, was I creating my last song trying to chase something? Hear me when I say this too. If you set a goal and you want to go after that goal, go after that goal. So if it was still my goal to say, I want this song to be released, I want this song I'm creating to be released by a major artist, that's a goal of mine, then I'm gonna do the things to try to get that to happen. I'm gonna pitch, and I'm gonna find some connections and things of that nature. Um, but I'm not going to chase. I'm not going to feel like, oh, okay, well, I got to try to get into this room, that room, because that's not me. That could be some other people who enjoy doing that. Hey, I want to get into this room. I want to write with this person. If there's joy in that for you, do it. Just don't feel compelled to. That's what I'm saying, because I see that happening a lot. Again, it's happened with me. And I think if every creative, every songwriter, producer is honest with themselves relating to or regarding what I want to be doing in music, what do I want to do in music? Stop there. Don't look at anybody else. Look within yourself. I'm actually going to show you some here real quick. I don't know if you can see this. This is my first song called Nadia. And I don't even know if the notes are right. I have no idea. But I wrote this on the back of my Spanish assignment, and this looks backwards, back in May 3rd, 2000. It seems like an ancient long time ago. May 3rd, 2000. My first song, Nadia. It's about a girl I didn't even know her personally, but I saw her at skating rink and I thought she was cute, you know. So I'm shy at the time. What was I at that time? 13, 14 around there. So I said, well, let me write a song about her. Now those aren't the lyrics. So again, that was just me, I believe, even doodling. But that 2000, the same person. I'm the same guy who had the passion to just create some music out of joy, out of passion, out of a desire to do it. Don't lose that. There was no compulsion. There was no compelling there. There was no comparison there. There wasn't social media, right? For my friends around my age, right? There was no social media back then. I don't think, right? Facebook didn't come out till 2004, 2003, 2004, getting to college and things like that. Man, so there was no we had CDs, we had the radio, you know. There was a huge gap between, you know, you doing something or even being able to do something at home versus needing to go to a studio. But I digress. But man, and earlier today I'm in my garage and I find folders or two folders, one notebook of songs from back then, '04, '05 even. Like, oh man, I was doing it because I loved it. And so if that guy is ever lost, then I'm done. If it ever becomes like work, and here's why you need to take breaks. Here's why I don't believe you should write every day. I don't believe that. I don't. Because again, if it feels like, oh, I just got to get into the habit, I just got to, again, remember those two different things. If you're looking to do this full time and full on, have this be your job solely, okay, that's a little bit different. But you got to understand, as one with a career separate from music, you have to know, keep that passion in there, keep that drive in there, keep that desire in there to do it, keep it fun, right? You always keep those two things in mind. So remember when you first started writing, when you first started producing, when you first started creating, remember that person, the same person, man, inside of you, just a little older, right, just a little more creaks and stuff and elbows, stuff like that. Same person. So that's one thing that I wanted to touch on, is that when we're uh, ensuring that when we're viewing social media, that we're not doing any sort of comparisons, and it wells up. It wells up. That's why you have to guard against it. And that's why I'm so passionate when I talk about it. It's going to well up. And if it starts to, get right off, shut it off. Say, I'll go tomorrow, see what's going on. Really put a time limit and a compression on that, so that that comparison doesn't well up. And again, just appreciate, if it starts to well up, turn it to either turn it off or just turn into appreciation. You know, I just want to sit and appreciate what they're doing. And then here's another thing. After you appreciate somebody else's stuff, go and create something that somebody else can appreciate, right? Not out of compulsion, but say, hey, you know, man, okay, I want to get back to that song I've been putting off. I want to get back and finishing that mix, you know, because somebody's going to hear this and enjoy it, just like I just enjoyed somebody else's song. Okay. So that's one. Two, the second part I want to touch on is I got to look at my notes here just so I don't forget. I'm getting old. Yes, we're talking about the many who are on social media, the fact that it's hard to find just listeners, truly listeners. You go on social media right now, or pause the video if you want, or after the video, go on your social media platform of choice. And if you start scrolling through, not on your personal page or your music page, or what have you, it's more often than not, you're going to see many other musicians, many other creators like you. You know, it is likely that that's going to happen. You know, now if you have other people following, things like that. But consider, I would love to see a stat. Actually, I love this site called Media. They do Media Research. They do a lot of great research, a lot of fascinating. I'm a nerd about it. I love research and reports and things like that, and either reading through it or looking through it just to see what's going on. I would love to see one. I might write them about this, of people on social media, like with active profiles, who are music listeners, not creators, music listeners. We lose focus so much on the people that actually hear our music. I probably say this way too much, but I'm going to say it because who knows this. You may see this video once and not see any of my other videos. Who knows? So I'm going to make sure I say this. You got to remember, there's a day when, even before, I don't want to say before radio, but before my time, right? Records, right? Cassette tapes. You would just put on music and enjoy the music. I don't know anybody, unless, you know, people were writing fan mail and things like that. I don't know many who would put on a record or put on a tape, put on a CD, or be listening to the radio, hear a song, enjoy a song, and then feel like, I'm going to go write a letter to that songwriter. I'm going to go write a letter to that artist. that likely wasn't happening, again, other than fan mail for, megastars and things like that. And even that mail was going to the artist, likely, right? And not the songwriter, not the producer, not the engineer, not the guitar player, not people who had a part in creating. They weren't hearing that. But nowadays, there's opportunity for that. There's opportunity for people to stream something and reach out. So I'll say this. I'll say this as a creator: if you enjoy somebody else's stuff, please let them know. Please let them know, because I know how much that feels personally. I'm sure, again, as a creator, what you would feel if somebody reaches out to you and says, "Hey, I really enjoyed that." It's like, oh man, thank you. We hear all the stories about lack of money in the industry, blah blah blah. This ain't the not podcast. This isn't the video for that, right? But this is about as a musician with a day job, what are the things that I can be focused on, that I need to be reminded of? And I think that's one of them. The fact that there's many creators, many other musicians, many actors, people that desire to be seen, to have a platform, and to put their things on the platform. That's what social media is, and posting things and remixing, create all this stuff. But the people that are listening, that are solely purely listening, how can you engage with them? Right. Again, yep, they can put comments on Instagram reels and YouTube videos and things like that. That's absolutely possible. Consider that many may not. So you may not ever hear from the people that enjoy your music. Some, but not all. Some that will enjoy it and that'll put it on and maybe enjoying it time and time again. They may never reach out. Who knows? But you got to keep those people in mind. And you got to remember, especially, I think I mentioned this before. People say, radio's dead, it's all streaming. I don't believe that, because I still listen to the radio in the car. There's many people that do. Yes, it's hard to get on radio, but I think that there's certain avenues. I've mentioned Play MPE before, that it is worth it, I think, to at least try it out, to say, you know what, I do want to try to get a song on radio, and have some people, listen, get some feedback. If you're going to spend some money, in terms of utilizing the service to get it out there. This is not talking no payola stuff, but I'm talking utilizing a service to ensure the music is available for radio programmers and things like that. And there's a whole thing to it. But yeah, I mean, again, a possibility where your music could be out there. I first sent my first song, Goodness of God, I Just Want to Sing, to radio in 2022. That was the first time I had ever done that. And it was really cool, because even to this day, I'm still seeing Apple Music for Artists does like radio tracking or something like that. So I'm still seeing, and there's other radio tracking things like that. Some plays from all over the world, some from Australia, some from South Africa and Cape Town, and some in various places, San Diego, Connecticut. It's really cool. I may not ever go out to my car and hear it on a big station like K-Love or things like that, but the fact that I know it's playing somewhere, even in some local station, somebody's hearing it. And if it's a station with however many watts, 1,000, 5,000, whatever it is, it could be a good few people hearing it that I may never hear from. And that's okay, because I will sit right here and when my piano's up here, I had to move it, but when my piano's next to me, create, and just get back to knowing that it's not about, and I think I mentioned this before, it's not about the views, it's not about comparisons, it's not about, I got my song out, now I need to do all this. No, it's about getting the music out, ensuring that it can be out to be appreciated. Yes, doing the things to ensure that it can be heard, but remembering that more often than not, many more people may enjoy your music than you'll ever hear from. So that's what I wanted to come and say on today. When you're on social media, do not compare. Use that time to appreciate others, but never feel like you then have to go and chase and do anything outside of what God designed you to do, and what those passions in your heart in terms of creating and things of that nature. And then remembering the listeners who may not even be on social media. Let's talk about that. Listeners that might not even be on social media. The last thing I say, always think about this. Social media is not the platform that people go to hear music. I'll say that. And again, reporting may disagree with me on that. But consider Instagram. I'll say that Instagram and Facebook specifically, TikTok, whatever others that are going to be created. People aren't going there to listen to music. Even when I say that, they're not going there to listen to music. They're going to watch videos, right? There are some people who believe now that those things are so intertwined it can't be separated. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Why? Because music is still heard on radio. Music, I still put on my Pandora radio station throughout the day. I love listening to smooth jazz. I love listening to smooth jazz, right? I haven't reached out to, well, there's one artist I reached out to, but out of the probably, oh my goodness, 150 or 200 smooth jazz artists that I've heard over the last year on Pandora station, I probably reached out to one or two, maybe one or two, and that's it. So here you go. Here's a listener that I now got 198 others, right? I can't reach out to everybody, but 198 others that I've heard and appreciated their stuff from afar, but they won't know that, so just keep those things in mind, please, because that, I believe, that's the fuel, man. That's the fuel that keeps us going. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that. I hope this encouraged you. I really do. I make these videos because I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. Because it's tough, man. It is tough when you're not hearing these things, or when you're kind of, again, scrolling on by your lonesome and saying, what do I need to do next? And just remember those things. Oh man, I remember Jared's video. There's no compulsion. I'm not compelled to do any of this stuff. I desire to do this stuff. I enjoy doing this. Oh, I can't wait to do this next one because I love it so much. And I know I lied when I say it. So this is the last thing I say. I just reached out to another friend. And I asked for some files. I said, because I want to mess with doing a remix to a song, for no other reason than I just want to do it because it's fun, right? Not everything we do in music has to be, doesn't have to be, oh, I want to get this release. I want to, perhaps the purpose, and I think my next video is going to be on the purpose and why of our songs. But there are some songs and creations that we just do because we love it. It's fun. Remember that kid inside of you. My first song. I didn't know what I was doing at this time. If I went to the piano and played these notes right now, I don't even know if it would make sense. But I still have my recording on cassette tape. I got to find that too. But ultimately, that's what it's about, man. Keep having fun. Keep that passion in there. Take a break. Take a break when you feel like, man, this is getting too tiring. Take a doggone break. Even if you schedule something, I've done this. I got a planner. I've scheduled some things. I think even this past Monday and then yesterday, I had it planned to work on a production. I didn't. I think last night I had a mentoring session that I was doing, so I didn't get around to it. But I didn't feel like, oh, okay, I scheduled it, so I got to do it. No, it just gets moved. It'll get moved to another time. In life, guys, we can make an adjustment. We can make adjustments. Isn't that so cool? We can make adjustments. We can say one day, I was going in this direction project wise, or I was going in this direction with this song or what have you, or you can make an adjustment. Isn't that so cool? All right. So God bless you guys. I really hope this video, you enjoyed this video. I don't want to say the whole like and subscribe. I like doing things different. I hope you see that by now. I like doing things different. So just enjoy your day, and I'll see you in the next video.